Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing this evening? It's Lady J. Welcome to Victory Talk. Oh wow, I'm so excited about tonight's show and multiple reasons. It's just a good thing, and I think it's going to be so informative and so helpful and inspiring and all that in a bag of chips, as somebody recently said. So I am excited. I just welcome each and every one of you to Victory Talk. We have a show packed full of goodness tonight. We are waiting on one more of our participants, but while we're waiting on while we're waiting on her, let me do a little housekeeping. Praise God. We the call in chat line. We want to hear from y'all tonight. Y'all come on and call in. My weight loss journey to be fit for life. That's the topic tonight. That's a hot topic. That I think that's a topic that we all have, can relate to. So I know that we all have questions. I get so excited, y'all. I get so excited. I know we all have questions. So what I want you to do is take the time right now. Kiara or Mike, do me a favor and type in the number in the comment section as well as the access code as I am saying it, please. The telephone number to call in and chat, ask your questions, be heard, 978-990-5014. Y'all need it again?
Yes, please.
978-990-5014. And the access code is 502-6048. All right.
Okay.
Y'all got it? Y'all got it. All right now. Once again, y'all can hear I'm excited. Y'all know I get so excited about Victory Talk. I don't know what it is that is about this show, but I'm just in awe each week as to what God is doing and what He has in store for us. I'm trying to get situated and navigated. We do have a Facebook page, but I haven't gotten acclimated with getting things on it and out and talking and all of those things. So I'm working on that, y'all. I know that a lot of you all have joined the page and some are leaving comments and I respond or whatever, but I'm working on it, y'all. So work with me. And so yes, thank you, Michael, for getting the number up. So once again, welcome everybody to Victory Talk. Victory Talk is a show that to help us all grow in areas where at times we feel a little weak, we fall short. It reminds us that what we speak is what will be manifested into our atmosphere. So we speak victory on Victory Talk because we know that we are more than conquerors through Christ who has strengthened us, who strengthened us on a regular basis. And for that, we say thank you. So we're going to go ahead and get started as we are waiting for one more of our show participants. But we are going to start with, Brother Michael Curry. And I'm going to, let him share the basics about himself. Let me just share a little bit about Michael with you for myself. Michael is my little brother, my little brother by the blood of Jesus Christ. Thank you, God. I've known Michael, it seems like forever for now. I know
it's 2012. I think.
2012. Yeah, so it's been a long time. And Mike is that guy that will, you invite him to your house one time, he get to find out the lay of the land and he get comfortable. Then he come back the next time with his pajamas. Mike said, oh my gosh, he came back with his pajamas, y'all, which was all good because, we were hanging out and we were doing some things or whatever. And I think because Mike lives so far from church, Mike came home with us, I think one Sunday after church, and he was like, you know what, and I think he was staying over. And so he stopped on the way here and he picked up himself some pajamas. Mike is that guy, what you need. I'm coming to help. I'll be there. Tell me what you want done. I'ma be there when you get there. Praise God. This brother gets there before we get there. He'll get there before you get there and stay until you leave. Amen. And it is just so awesome to find people like that. He is a motivator. He is an encourager. Michael is a loving young man. He's a single man. He doesn't have any children, but he is an awesome uncle and he is an awesome godfather. And he loves on the children that is around him. And so he is just, a gifted, anointed, blessed young man. He's been through some stuff, but God is covering him. God has protected him and God has strengthened him. So that is what I know about Michael. Amen. So Mike, what you want to share with the people?
All right. So thank you so much, Lady J. So with the fitness journey, my fitness journey started with Shay Brown and some other people as well. But mainly the reason that I did it was that I could not run, could not do a jumping jack, could not do a sit-up, could not do a squat, was just completely out of shape, all around out of shape. And one day I called Shay and I said, Shay, I'm ready to make a change. And she didn't answer the phone for about 2 weeks. So what happened was I reached out, and after that I just been working out with her and some other people within our fitness group, and just been working out and praying about it and just seeing continuous change within my body and my mind and my spirit.
All right now. So next person we're going to hear from, Mike, we're not done talking to you. We're going to come back to you in just a second, though. The next person we are going to, get into the sharing is my little sister, Kiara Noble. My little sissy. I call her my little sissy. Look at that smile, y'all. Isn't she just the cutest? So, Kiara is, like I said, she is my little sissy. I think how Kiara and I got connected is, again, through church. And she was getting married. She never asked me, y'all know how I am. She never asked for help. She never asked me to jump in and do anything. But I showed up. I showed up. I started putting stuff together. She asked for no help with decorations or to bring no decorations or to do nothing. But you know what? She was getting married. And y'all know I am yes, marriage works. I am pro marriage. And so and so I just jumped right on in there and I just started doing things. And we've been connected ever since. We've even vacationed together. We church together, we ministry together, we children together, and we talk, we laugh, we cry. She is a mother. She is a wife. She is a daughter. She is an aunt. She's a godmother. She's a sister. She is so much, y'all. But most importantly, she is a woman of God, and she is truly gifted and anointed, truly an encourager. And so I just love I love Kiara. Kiara, once again, that's another one. She show up and she just do whatever needs to be done. What can I do to help? And so she's constantly concerned about others and worrying about, are you okay? What can I do for you? So that's what my little 2 cents about Sissy. So Kiara, come on, share just a smidget with the people.
I think you pretty much covered most of it, and I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to, step on the toes of the questions that's going to be asked. But I've been on this journey a long time. My oldest son is 18, and my youngest baby is 8. So pretty much at least for the last 8 years, I've been, on this fitness journey trying to kind of figure it out. And up until probably a year ago, I finally did figure it out. I figured out something that will work for me. And so I just been, sticking with it, ups, downs, goods, bads, hunger pains, cravings, all kinds of stuff, but it's all good.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we have one more guest, and I want to share her with you guys. This lady, I've known this lady for a long, 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 long time. Pastor's telling me to sit back or slow down or something. I'm not sure what he said. Y'all, if y'all can see him over here, he's producing from the back. He gonna throw me out, y'all. I declare he is. But this lady, this sister, I have known for a long time. As a matter of fact, I've known Shay longer than I've known Mike and Kiera. And once again, we were connected. We got connected through church, and that place is truly a special place because it connects. It connects people. Praise God. But this sister, oh my gosh, she is amazing. I thank God. I don't even know if she knows how I really feel about her, but she might be my girl crush Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But she is an amazing woman of God. Her faith is so solid. Her faith and her determination. It's just one of those things that you will be attracted to her. Some people say she a little rough, but guess what? Rough can deal with rough. So she all right with me. She all right with me. She is what I know of her. She, like I said, her faith is solid. Her determination, her will, her drive, her insight and her knowledge and her wisdom and her understanding of life is just I stand in awe of her. And she is a mother, she is a wife, she is a daughter, she is a sister, she is a auntie, she is a cousin, she is a granddaughter. She is so many different things on top of the life coaching. I ain't gonna get to that yet, but she's just so many things. But most importantly, once again, she is a woman of God, and I think her relationship with God strengthens and is the backbone of everything that she does. So I find that just to be awesome in itself. Now, she sent me a little bit of a bio, and she said, you can read what you like, or you can share whatever you want. Well, you know what, sis? I'm going to share all of it because it's just that delicious. Shay Brown. I wish y'all could see Pastor Phil. Shay Brown is an FNP, a CRNP, and CEO of Fit for Life. Fit for Life have been and she's been a critical care nurse for 15 years. She graduated with a master's degree as a family nurse practitioner and an associate's degree in applied exercise science. And now she is dedicating the rest of her nursing career on the front end of saving lives with Fit for Life. Shay doing so much just to help us, each and every one of us, stay alive. And not just to stay alive, but to live a victorious life, to live a prosperous life. Because if we don't, she done left me. If we don't take care of this temple, this only temple that God has given us, then we can't do nothing else. So without any more of my chatter and my yibby yap, I am going to present to some and introduce to others none other than Fit for Life herself, Shay Brown. You hear that applause? Shay, we don't have no sound from you. Okay, Shay, fix your sound. I'm not sure why we don't have any sound from you, but while we're waiting for Shay to get her sound,
She's
um,
muted.
you was muted.
She is muted.
Shay, you muted.
You have to unmute yourself.
Shay, unmute yourself. You good now? Shay? We still not hearing you, hon.
It looks like she's unmuted, but we still can't hear.
Yeah, we're still not hearing you. Okay, so Shay, while you are working on that, I hope that we can get that situated. So I'm gonna roll on down to.
We can't hear you, Jackie.
You can't hear me either.
No, now your sound went out.
Am I good now?
Yes, you are.
Shay, can we hear you now? Okay, so Shay's still working. All right, so Mike, tell us what got you. What was your breaking point with your getting started on your weight loss journey?
So my breaking point on the weight loss journey was I worked overnight at one of the hotels in Washington, D.C., and I looked in the mirror one day, and my suit just did not fit as well as I would like it to. So I just said, you know what, I have to figure out what's going on. If it's me, if it's the meat that I'm eating, if it's the lack of sleep, is it just a lack of exercise? So I did start to exercise by myself, but that was not working for me. So I reached out to Shay Brown, and we met at a track. And the first thing she said to me was like, Mike, I want you to run. And I said, okay, well, I'm like, I can run, I can do that. It was at the fair. I got in the car and left, and didn't talk to her for about 2 weeks after that. To say the least, because I was just so embarrassed I couldn't run down the track for just a few moments without getting shortness of breath or saying that I couldn't do it or anything of that nature. So we didn't speak for about 2 to 3 weeks, and one day I texted her and said, hey Shay, I'm ready. And then she ignored me for about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, said, are you sure? Who is this? And after that was all she wrote. I've been stuck with Shay since 2013, 2014 with Fit for Life, and it's been an amazing journey, and we have so much more to accomplish together with the support that we have.
All right. So Mike, tell me, when you were, because I don't know if you want to share your age now, but obviously as we look at you now, you're a young man.
So I'm 34, 34 years old, but my backstory is I was premature. So I weighed less than a pound, and the doctors told me that I wouldn't be able to do anything from jump rope to pretty much walk, to have special ability. It wouldn't be on the same level as all the other kids. And that to me, I'm a go-getter, so you can't tell me that I can't do something. Don't call me lazy, don't call me immature, don't say, oh, if something needs to happen, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. And that's the same mindset that I have with fitness. Definitely to keep God first. And you are gonna have those moments where you don't want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and run with Shay or Chauncey or Miss Ernestine or Lisa, or anyone that is doing something. But you have to figure out, what is your passion, what is your drive, and there are people out here who can't walk, who can't use their limbs. And I watch a lot of videos, and those people are amazing because they overcome their obstacles.
All right. So, did you have? I hear that you were a small child from birth, but did you have weight issues as you were growing up?
I didn't gain weight until about 17. I was always very, very small and didn't gain any weight. And then now that I'm 34, everything, I guess all the backlash of not gaining weight as a kid has come back. So, and that's why I'm definitely, passionate about Fit for Life and health and wellness and learning more than just, okay, it's all about exercise. Exercise is one piece of the puzzle. There's a mental aspect, there's a physical aspect, there's a spiritual aspect. And if you ask God for something, he'll deliver someone to you, multiple people to you, to definitely help you out through your process and through your journey.
All right now. All right. Shay, it looks like we got you back. Can we hear you now?
I don't know. Can you?
Yes,
Yes, we can. Yay.
Can you?
Well, welcome, Shay Brown. So,
Hi, everybody. Having a little technical difficulties. So sorry.
that's all right. That's all right. So, I don't know how much you were able to hear, but did you hear that you are my woman crush Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Don't go through all that again. I heard it. I heard all of that. I'm truly embarrassed. I'm humbly grateful for that, and that and accept compliments a lot. So it kind of takes the tough zone that I like to be in all the time. But appreciate that. I am able to a lot of people. I always say that if you can get inside the mind of anyone, try and use whatever I have in a positive manner, then we definitely have a more than a 50% chance of making things happen. And I try to use that based on people with weight loss, mostly with weight loss and prevention, or people who have diseases like diabetes and stuff like that. Turn those things around by not by just exercise, encouraging people to keep up with the current thing they're doing, to help themselves better, to live better. Yeah, again, well, accepting compliments, but I do appreciate all that come. They are encouraging. It does make me more. It does, as you guys might say, I don't know any. I try to be as clear. I talk to people about their. It's nothing to play with, so I try not to difficult things to say, and feel that your lifestyle habits are going to cause really bad outcomes in the end. Then I definitely will let that person know. Like it was a couple of weeks ago, I was with my trainer, Chauncey. I talked to one of his clients, and he and I like a tag team. He hits them with fitness, and I hit them with nutrition. And he had a client talk to me, and when I asked her, did she have any questions? She said, no. She said, I think I'm scared. So it wasn't like I was trying as I apologize. It wasn't scared, but she say that the way I present what has been going on with her kind of like made her back up and think about what she has been doing to her body. So that fear that she was having, that if I don't change my lifestyle habits and my eating habits, then these are things that can happen to me when I get older. I mean, she is over 50, and a lot of things that was going on. So hopefully I did get through. We are working together with her. And again, Chauncey, the trainer, her as far as her exercise goes. So between the both of them, we try to like hit it right there on the head. I mean, I too am a personal trainer. And I have clients as well that I work out with. So we definitely try and hit it like in an overall type of scale.
All right. So before I go back to Shay, I want to jump over to Kiera. Kiera, what was your aha moment? What drove you up against the to the edge of saying, hey, enough is enough. This is where I gotta stop.
My aha moment should have really been when I got diagnosed with high blood pressure at, I want to say it was 35, 36. That really should have been my moment, but it wasn't. It took for me to be put on medication for it. I think that's kind of when I was like, okay, enough is enough. I'm not a person who likes to take medicine at all. I don't like to take stuff for headaches. I'm just not a medicine person. So I'm like, okay, how am I gonna, do this? How am I gonna get this together so that I don't have to be responsible for taking, 2 high blood pressure medicines? And, it's really scary because you hear about people with these health issues and, you, in the grand scheme of things, you think, okay, you have to be super duper obese to be on medicine, or you have to be, really, really old and just doing no fitness, no exercise and stuff. So, I mean, that was really for me kind of it. I'm like, I have to be here. I just kept thinking about my babies. I said, I have to be here. It's, I've had my cousin James has had a heart attack. My father has had a heart attack. So many other people have, had these health concerns. And so I'm just like, okay, no, I got to be here. My number one priority is to see my kids grow up, God willing, see my grandbabies. So I'm like, no, something has got to give.
All right. All right. So, and Shay, what got you on this track? You were a little choppy earlier. Prayerfully, it's a little clearer now.
I have been on this track for years. My last track was 14 years ago. And my husband asked me about a year or two after I say Madison could have been 2. He asked me if I was pregnant. And I told him, no, I'm not pregnant. So I checked, and it turns out that I wasn't pregnant. So I've always been one that has been very subconscious about my weight. I come from a family of very tall women, and some of our women, they are large. They say bone, but we all know the truth. Like, it's not large bones. So I definitely didn't want to be in that category when I got older. So my husband, after that question, and I realized that I wasn't pregnant, I kind of turned it around. Before, I've always been a little, like I said, health conscious. And I met my husband when I was, I guess, maybe 20 years old in Jersey. And he was always in the gym and exercising. And he always complimented me on my legs. So he wanted to take me in the gym and start exercising with me and working on my legs a lot. And he would definitely wear me out. He didn't care. He doesn't care if you're a woman, male, child, it doesn't matter. He would definitely work you out. And I used to walk away very angry with him for as hard as he pushed me. But when I started seeing the results, I started liking it, and I wasn't as mad as him when I would leave the gym because I know what he was trying to do, but he would push me so hard that I was like, well, you're going to your home and I'm going to my home. You are not coming home with me. So my husband pretty much got me started in the gym because he exercises. He doesn't run. He doesn't do cardio like I do, but he does lift a lot of weights and he takes good care of his body. And he used to always tell me, and I know he's joking, but I don't know. He used to say that, he doesn't want a woman that the next man doesn't want. And from that, he's not saying that he doesn't want me, but he always wants his wife to look her best. I mean, I'm a tomboy, but he always wants her to be in the best of shape. And if there is a problem, he has always been there to support and to help me. After my second child, I figured that I would try and do it on my own, and I did. And then I got obsessed, and then I would go to the gym with him, and then I would leave him. And then I got a trainer, which was Marshall Williams, and he was a beast as well. And then I just started exercising, and then I left Marshall. I'm like, I can do this on my own. So it started as a mental thing. But eventually I had to come up with the understanding of how do you want to be when you get older. I use that terminology a lot when I talk to people. How do you want to be when you get older? And from my husband, I always go back to, the females in my family. I'm like, I don't want to be like that when I'm older. I want to be a certain type of way when I'm older. I want to be able to get up off the couch without having to use both arms, someone to pull me up. I don't want to be on a bunch of medication when I get older. I've seen the cabinets, the medicine cabinets of some people, and they have like so many small brown little bottles with white caps in there. And I'm like Kiara, I'm not a person that like to take medication. I like to be my age that I am now. I'm 40, in my late 40s, and a lot of people, they don't know that. They still think I'm like in my late 20s, early 30s. And I mean, that's fine because age is nothing but a number. And it's all about how you feel about yourself. And even though I am in my late 40s, I feel that I'm just as strong as a typical, and I don't like to even say 30-year-old anymore, or sometimes even 20-year-old. I'm just as strong as the average teenager, because you can look at your 20, 30, and 40-year-old people, and they have the health of a maybe 50 or 60-year-old person. So it's all about how you want to be when you get older. There is no age that is too late. There is no age that is too young. It's always good to start, just period. Just start.
Just start.
So that's started.
Yeah. I think, Cher, I wanna say that you're giving our viewers and some others some background. I'm sure that some did not know that you did not just wake up Shay Brown in the Shay Brown way. So you're letting some of the viewers know that you started on a journey similar to each and every one of us. And so I appreciate you for sharing that with us. So tell me, and anybody can just jump, wave your hand if you want to answer this. Tell me, how many, or around about how many previous diet attempts have you endured? Come on, Mike, I see you.
So I'm laughing because between diets, I've tried Epic Fail for Arbonne, which is great. It worked for me for a little bit, but again, the one thing I know about these diets is that if you don't continuously do it, you're gonna fail. So I've done Arbonne, I've done Mediterranean, I've done pescatarian, I've done plant-based. Now, the plant-based is the only one that I saw changes in my body, and I did that for about, I want to say it was we did 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, for it was about maybe total about 3 months. And there's a picture I'll try to find and post it, but I lost a lot of weight and I was very happy with myself. But again, a diet is only a piece of the puzzle. As Shay in here said, it's about the mindset, it's about the exercise, it's about just having a willingness to say, hey, you know what, I may be on some medication for this and that, but that's not going to be the end result of my life.
Okay. All right. Anybody, Shay, you want to come on? Come on.
Yeah, I would say that the last diet I tried was vegan, and that was 6 years ago. And the diet it's changed over into a lifestyle. So diets, they fail. And it's like Mike just said, he mentioned like 3 or 4 different diets. So, and it has shown that they have failed. The one thing that I can say to people, stop doing diets and change your lifestyle. If you want to do pescatarian, I think Kiara does a pescatarian diet. And I think once you realize what you want to eat and what you're not going to eat, that's when you start seeing the success over the months, then to the years. I think you guys have been knowing me for I guess ever since I've been here in Maryland. I started St. Stephen's when Morgan was 3 months. So you guys have been knowing me for a long time. So I haven't changed at all. I've always, after the babies, I put on a little bit of weight, but I got the weight quickly back off and I've kept it off. So it's a lifestyle. Even back then I was still exercising and going through different types of diets. But once I learned about a vegan plant-based diet and the toxins that they put into the meat, I just stopped the next day. I watched a documentary called What the Health, and it showed how all the meat that we ingest into our body has antibiotics in it. And from a medical perspective, you're not supposed to ingest antibiotics until you are actually sick. So they would have to give these animals meat in order to make sure that they don't get what we call mad cow's disease. They would have to inject these animals with salt, with sodium and water to make the meat a lot bigger. You remember back in the 70s and 80s how a chicken breast used to be so small? Now a chicken breast is huge. And you're like, oh my God, I'm getting a great deal. I got a large chicken breast. Well, no, you're getting a great deal with the large chicken breast, but you're also getting a great deal of sodium and water too that's going to raise your blood pressure, okay? So I saw that they put steroids in the animals as well. This is not anything that they made up. These are things that's actually true because I actually looked them up just to make sure that what I saw was true. So from a medical standpoint, I stopped eating meat after I saw that movie the next day. Haven't had a piece of meat in my mouth since. Now, I might eat salmon like once a month because of the vitamin B12. Any other vegetable does not have B12. You only get it from animals. But the only one that I will ingest into my body is salmon, but it has to be wild caught. It cannot be farm-raised salmon. And I might eat that maybe once a month just to get that vitamin B12.
All right, Kiera, I see you, sissy.
Yeah, I just wanted to say really quickly, just piggybacking off of what the other two said. I actually decided to, so I tried, a bunch of stuff and failed as well. I used to always tell people I literally tried everything except surgery. I tried to get surgery, actually. I talked to my doctor because, while people look at me and they'll just be like, oh, no. But looking at the charts of things, like I was borderlining the obese side of stuff. So medically, I would have qualified for surgery. So being that I was just tired of being sick and tired, I tried to get the doctor. I'm like, oh, hey, well, she was like, no. Absolutely not. She's like, you are young, you are, you have movement of your limbs, you can do it, she was like, we're not even having that discussion, you need to figure it out. But like Shay was saying, it really is a lifestyle change. I was talking to my husband recently about it because he's now, joined in with me on this fitness journey. And I was explaining to him that, you have to figure out what works for you. What works for me might not necessarily work for you. So I don't try to push vegan on anybody. I'm not vegan. However, I am pescatarian. And when I stopped eating meat, it's been probably about a year and a half. Most of my weight came just from eliminating meat from my diet. That is where like the bulk of my weight, it wasn't exercise. It was just eliminating the meat. So I do, a mixture of seafood. I still held on to dairy because I like to eat cereal, and stuff like that with milk, ice cream here and there. But yeah, just the seafood and the incorporated with some vegan stuff too, because I love vegan food. Like I haven't tasted anything vegan that I did not like yet. So I always tell people, I know you're never supposed to say never. I'm like, I don't know if I could go all the way, because I need my shrimp, I need my fish, stuff like that. But I mean, who knows what the future holds, but it definitely is a lifestyle change because when you pick a diet, they're fads. Like Mike said, you lose a bunch of weight and then you pile it back on again. So being consistent with whatever you choose to do is key, I think.
I'm glad that you said about you lose a lot of weight and then you pile it back on. Yo-yo dieting is in itself an issue in the world today because, I know that I've been a yo-yo dieter. And I would imagine that anybody else that has been on this weight loss journey at some point in time, you have experienced the horrors of the yo-yo dieting. So how do you guys deal with that? I know that, one day you could be down 5 pounds and you look and a couple days later you could be up 6. How do you deal with that?
For me personally, I try not to look at the scale, even though It is a big factor. Watch it. You have to be nice. So I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm 5'2" and I weigh 153.4. I've been instructed heavily. I'm trying to be nice. I've been threatened to be under 140 because of my height and my weight. And this is gonna be a process because I know I can do it. But again, it's a community. It's a lifestyle. It's a part of who we are on the phone and even in the world. I mean, yes, you can eat meat and oxtails and ribs or whatever it may be, but how does that make you feel? That's kind of the way I look at it. The feeling aspect behind all that stuff that you eat. Because I know if I eat it, I'm sluggish and I'm big, don't feel like working out.
Anybody?
I can say that with me, Jackie, it doesn't come hard for me. I focus on others. It's like an obsession that I have. People say you're the motivator, you're this, that, and the other. It's an obsession to try as many people I can that want to do better by their health. I cannot say that I have a yo-yo. I always tell people that one salad is not going to make you skinny. Just like one candy bar is not going to make you fat as well. Someone may see me eat a cookie. Oh, Shay, you eat cookies? Yeah, I'll eat. But I like to make sure that, okay, Shay, you had that cookie. All right, you can't have another cookie. You have to be vigilant about it. If you have been being very consistent with what you've been eating, like for me, I'm trying to do a bucket list next year, which is like a little competition in June that I want to do, okay? So I have to lose about another 7 points of my body fat percentage to get where I want to be. That's why I keep posting, oh, I lost this weight this week. They're like, Shay, you don't need to lose weight. It's all about what you want. And I've never been one to listen to people, especially when it comes to myself, unless I feel that, Shay, you need to stop and listen. Okay, stop talking and just listen. I will do that. But when you set in your mind goals that you want to do for yourself and you're not harming yourself nor your body, and you're doing it in a healthy manner, then I'm like all for it. People don't like looking at the scale because they don't like knowing what the truth is. People don't like taking their blood pressure because they know their blood pressure is high. And they don't want to face the truth of that either. So what we do every Friday in Fit for Life, we weigh in, check in, and we do blood pressures, okay? I saw Kiara's blood pressure, and I'm telling you, that was absolutely beautiful. 121. I mean, that was a great blood pressure. And it's good to be vigilant about those numbers. People need to be more vigilant about your numbers, your cholesterol numbers, your diabetes numbers, your weight. In your blood pressure, you need to be vigilant about those numbers instead of running away from them. Stop running away from the scale. I mean, even though Mike says that he's 153, he was 155. Asking him to post it, Mike, because he doesn't know that he could be encouraging someone else that can lose this weight as well. We post how much we lose every week. Gain or lose, we post it because that's holding yourself accountable. And I think that's another failure that people have. They no one or nothing to hold them accountable. And in Fit for Life, you post whatever's going on with you because we feel that Fit for Life holds people accountable. Fit for Life holds me accountable. I haven't exercised in 2 days, and I feel like, well, I'm quite sure a lot of you know how I feel like, but I've been working, and I've been working one job, and then I turn around and go to another job as soon as I get off work. So I know rest is important, and my auntie LaVeste is always telling me, you need your sleep. So instead of pushing myself to go exercise, I push myself to take that shower. I push myself to drink that chamomile, to get in that bed and close those eyes because that is part of the weight loss success as well, which is rest. So my advice is know your numbers, okay? Get on that scale. Check your blood pressure. Who cares what that number is, okay? Do better the next day. You messed it up this week, do better the next week. If you feel that you need help, reach out to someone and become a buddy, okay? Just hold yourself accountable. That's the best way to keep your weight loss success or any type of success. It could be health or fitness. Hold yourself accountable.
Wow. You said a mouthful right there, Shay Brown.
All the time.
Question. So what do you I want to say, what do you advise people to do when they slip up? What do you guys do when you slip up? Because sometimes you backslide. We don't use the backslide term in for weight loss, but we backslide at times. So, what do you encourage people to do? Anybody want to share what they do?
Pray. Pray. I find strength in God. I mean, so powerful. I prayed about this before I actually started this journey. And look where he brought me. Okay? I'm on your show talking to you, talking to people on Facebook. I prayed about this before I even started this. And look where he has brought me. So I found that there's a lot of strength in prayer. Ask God to guide my footsteps, take me in the direction that he wants me to go. We have a lot of things coming up in Fit for Life within the next 12 months. Be looking for our wellness center. We are in the process of getting that together now. So everything that has been done or things that will be done is basically prayer. Yeah, that's the thing I can do.
Kiara, did you have your hand up?
Not for that question, no.
Oh, not for that question, no.
Because she nailed it.
Yeah, she said it.
She nailed it.
So to actually share with us, what are some of the weight loss challenges that you experience? Mike, you laughing?
So I have a list, and it's on my phone, so I'm gonna just go off memory. We've done a vegan challenge for 2 weeks. We've done a juice challenge for 2 weeks to a month. I've done fasting for a day. I honestly, whatever Shay advises and whatever the group suggests, and even with you yesterday when we were at the house, Jackie, in regards to the 10-day smoothies, I'm gonna do that too, because at the end of the day, it's all about helping one another, and knowledge is power. And if I know something, I'm gonna share it with you, Kiara, Shay, Kiara, whoever asks questions. People know I'm available 24/7. And if you need help, we're in this together. Fit for Life is in this together. And like I said, don't bother Shay, bother me, and I'll get the information that anybody needs. Because we're going to do this together. And Kiara, for example, we call and text all the time. And like, what are you doing? What's going on? What diet? What are you doing? Let's exercise. I mean, it's so many people out who look for me for motivation, look for Shay for motivation, Kiara's motivation, Kendra's motivation, Chauncey's motivation. Everyone that is a part of Fit for Life, we have like a fitness group. We're all motivating each other to become great and become better at what we're doing.
Thank you, Michael. Hold tight, Kiara. But that's not what I meant in challenges. What I meant was, but that was so good. That was good. What I meant was, what obstacles, what hurdles have you found that you've had to overcome, endure, cross, bob and weave, and get through? Those are the challenges that and I think that those challenges we will find that each and every one of us in some way go through those same kind of challenges. Anybody?
I was gonna say, on as far as challenges, for me personally, I think one challenge has been the yo-yo effect. It's been doing a round of green smoothies and losing 10 to 12 pounds, and then eating one sandwich and gaining 5 pounds back. So it's kind of almost like you got to figure out a way to, I don't want to say manipulate the system, but that's kind of what you're doing. Because now I have figured out a way to do my detoxes, and then it's almost like, okay, so my favorite things to eat are carb related. It's like pizza, it's French fries, it's bread. Bread is horrible, terrible. So I had to come to realize that this is something that I just have to eliminate. As much as I don't want to do it, if I'm going to keep doing all this hard work and then eating the one thing and then the weight is coming, number one, after you finish detoxing, you lose a lot of water weight. So that's why as soon as you go to eat something quote unquote bad, the weight comes just like that back. So I figured out a way to kind of finish doing what I'm doing, and then just some things I've eliminated altogether. I'm just never going back to. Other things I had to realize I told my husband when we're finished these soups at the end of the month, we're going to start doing better with meal planning. I am going to plan out our meals like for a week or two in advance. So that way, if he wants to have, if he considers a cheat, okay, the second Saturday of the month, you have that, and boom, right back at it the next day. Because I know for myself, a challenge has been sticking to it. You know, I'll lose the weight and then I'll go back to eating, not really poorly, because of course I haven't picked up any meat in a year and a half, but even French fries or that bag of chips or, you know, that the Pop-Tarts, the fattening, sugary stuff. You know, so that was a challenge previously, but now I've figured out a way to make it work for me. And I feel like that's what we all have to do, is figure out kind of what works for us and then work it.
Y'all, we are at almost to the top of the hour, and you know I've been diligently trying to keep us at an hour. So I'm not ready to stop yet. We got a few more minutes. We got a few more minutes.
I was about to say we kind of started late.
Yeah, we did.
So indulge us a little longer, our viewers. Please indulge us a little longer. So Shay, did you have something?
No, that's fine. I mean, Kiera and Michael, they pretty much hit it on the nail. Yeah.
Okay.
Obstacles. I just get it in my mind to do what I need to do, and I just do it. If I feel that I want to have a potato chip, I'm going to eat it. You know, if I feel that I want to have a piece of dark chocolate, I'm going to eat it. It's like I said. And, you know, a cheat day is a good thing, you know, and a cheat day is a good thing when it's close to your goal. You don't want to have a cheat day. Oh, girl, this is my cheat day. Well, you had one 2 days ago. You know, you want to do like Kiera said, write out a meal plan. You know, you have to follow it. Something to follow is definitely going to help you to be successful. So challenges, I would say, for me, and obstacles would be, I don't know, not being able to get up and exercise, or not have my food prepared, which I do have them prepared. You know, the soups, detox soups that I sell to people, I myself take those detox soups. Everybody have a system. Kiera has the smoothie systems. Me, my soup system is soups, salads, smoothies, and one meal a day. Because I was constantly drinking soups like all day, to where I'm like, all right, that's fine, but I feel that I can incorporate at least, you know, a meal in there, or even 2 meals, and maybe have a soup a couple of times during the day. But not having my meals prepared for me is a obstacle and a challenge. Right now I'm doing a 16-hour fast for 30 days. I haven't invited anyone in that because I needed to do it for myself first. And once I'm done, then I will, you know, probably present that to Fit for Life. Not 16 hours, but maybe 12-hour fast. We want to start small with people. We want to do baby steps with people because we don't want anyone to feel like they have failed. When people fail, they don't get back up. So we want to make sure that when we start, it is reasonable and it is. So those are things that we do in Fit for Life. So I can say that might be an obstacle for me right now, is doing a 16-hour fast, which I have found myself getting a little hungry doing it. But like I said, I have a goal and a bucket list for next year. So I do plan on sticking with it for the next 30 days.
So, hey, when you guys reach each level of your goals, because I don't know how you do your goals, but I've set a overall goal, but then I have little small ones along the way. And so each time you reach one of your goals, how do you feel? Do you go celebrate? Do you do something major for yourself? What do you do? What is it like meeting your goals, whether they be big, small, or whatever?
Is what are you really celebrating? That's my question. What are you really celebrating? I mean, all right, fine. My goal was to lose 2 pounds this week. All right, I should not. No. All right, set another goal until you have reached that ultimate goal. I think that a lot of people look to reward themselves a lot when I lost 10 pounds. Well, I know that I can have these fries. Oh, big challenge with Shay, and I got off another 12 or even some people have gotten off a good 20 pounds with this 30-day detox. Oh, I should go and eat this. And you know what? That one day of eating that will turn into the next day of eating the same type of foods. We're constantly rewarding yourself because also, and you don't understand break into getting this weight off. It's going to be even, it's easier to put it on. So I don't know. What are you rewarding? That is my question. What are you really rewarding? I'm just not do that. I just don't do that. I don't think, but I just reward. I mean, you have a goal, you stick with it. You reach one goal, then set another one. I mean, you just keep it going. Just because you have reached that goal, it's not a time to celebrate. Like one of the times, the first week of you lose so much weight. Am I lying, Kiara? It's a heck of a lot of weight. And then they're and I'm looking at them like, what are you excited for? You didn't lose nothing. You haven't lost anything. Okay? We still have a long ways to go. So don't yourself on the back. Don't think that it's such a great thing. Get back on that. You're going to go at it again. They're looking at me like, God damn, you just bust my bubble. Good.
She totally bust bubbles. Let me just tell y'all how I thought I was doing something with my little 15 pounds at first. She was like, okay, what you want, a cookie? Like, but to piggyback off of what Jackie's question was, I reward my success with working harder towards the next mark. So I'm kind of with you, Jackie. I had an overall weight loss goal that I wanted to meet. I started out at 187 and I am 4'11", you guys. Do you hear me? I am 4'11". I'm not 5 feet anything. And so I didn't look like I was that heavy, but I was. So once I lost, I think I didn't really celebrate. I started feeling good after 10, 15, 20. I did celebrate at the 30 mark because that was a little bit more than half of my overall goal. But I didn't celebrate with eating something bad. I celebrated like, well, hey, I'm down 3 pant sizes. I can go, get some new stuff, because those who truly know me know that I call it frugal, call it cheap, whatever. I don't like spending money on it myself, at least. And I don't like, so I'm not buying smaller clothes and then going back. There's no going back. So for me, I'm just like, okay, I did celebrate at 30, but I don't plan on celebrating again until I get the other 15 off. So that's what I'm working on now. And am I, according to the chart or whatever, whoever came up with this chart, at 4'11", I should be between 105 and 110. Now, we know realistically, a sister ain't losing that much weight, because I'm not trying to blow down the street when the wind blows or look like I'm anorexic or sick or something. But my goal is 130 to 135, because we know that as Black women, we are shapely. So that accounts for some of the weight. You have the hips and the rear end and the boom booms and all that good stuff. So set realistic goals.
All right now.
I missed the question, but I didn't, because my signal went out. But at the end of the day, I'm not ready to celebrate this yet until I can get back in my seat.
Okay. So it sounds like that's your goal, Mike, is to get back in your seats. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. So with our last 4 minutes, tell me, has the pandemic, the quarantine, the COVID-19, the shutdown, has that impacted your ability to get your exercise in, to, keep up your pace, keep forward your program? Shay, I don't even really think that's a fair question for you. Miss Home Gym, but anybody else? I know for me, all I get to do is my treadmill. I get to do my treadmill, and I'll turn on and catch a Zumba workout or something like that. I use a lot of YouTube to keep myself moving. I'm no small butterfly, but praise God, y'all don't know the time back in the day when I was over 350. Y'all don't know those days. Y'all know me now. Y'all know those days. But I try to keep myself moving. Unfortunately, I'm an up and down person, and I haven't found. I'm not sure if I found my groove yet. I feel like I found it right now. I feel like I found it, and I'm just praying to stay on the track that I'm on. It's hard. Y'all know what I live with, right? It's hard with the dude that I live with. So before we talk about the exercise and the COVID-19, does your family member pose some obstacles for you when it comes? Shay, I see you. Does your family members pose obstacles? You know, sometimes I drag Phil kicking and screaming, because my theory is I shop, I cook, so therefore you got to eat what I give you to eat. But has your family been, does your family life pose any challenges for you, any obstacles? Is it hard? I know, Mike, you don't have children or a wife.
So my issue is when I go to my mom's house, and I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I'm gonna say is that is my challenge, because during the week I support Chef Ziggy with his meal preps, Aaron Wise. So therefore, during the week it's fun. When I go home and see my mom and dad, chips, cookies, crackers, cheesecake, potato salad, peach cobbler, yeah. And I've gotten a lot better with saying no. But that definitely is, family is my challenge, yes.
Kay?
I didn't really have that issue, only because, again, I stopped eating meat. So my thought process was, even during the times when I thought that I might want a piece of chicken or something like that, I kept telling myself, no, you're going to get sick. Like, I'm so terrified of getting sick that is what keeps me from never touching any of that stuff. However, like Shay was saying earlier in the call, and that's why I felt like it was really important when she was talking about prayer. It's so important, you guys. I have a whole husband that was like a whole husband that, ribs, steak, all of that. And we have made so much progress. And before he got on the bandwagon with me, he did green smoothies with me 2 weeks ago. Now he's on soups. He said that he prayed. And I'm sure he doesn't mind me sharing this with you guys, but he said the thing that makes it different for him this time is that he prayed. He prayed to God to change his mindset, to change his attitude, to help him to stay focused, to help him, to keep on the right track, to help keep me. And it's like, I have a partner now, you know what I mean? So it's not just me eating healthy for myself and then cooking him and the kids this bad stuff. So now we just got to get the kids on the bandwagon. I have pretty much eliminated red meat for the most part. I snuck turkey in on them a long time ago. But the only thing the kids still eat that's red is hamburgers, like the beef burgers. So once we get off the soups, I already bought turkey burgers, and I'm going to sneak that in on them and see how we could go. So no challenges over here. I'm working on, and Shay did a live this week, and she was talking about, getting the kids on board and the importance of them. And it made me realize that, even though my son is a little skinny beanpole, little mama's been putting some pounds on since she's been home from school. So I've now gotten her doing the Zumba with me online. I'm running around outside with them playing, trying to be more active so that everybody's on one accord.
I'm gonna take, before we move on to you, Shay, I'm gonna take this second to throw you under the bus, Kiara. I love you. You want to share what happened with the birthday cake and the ice cream that time?
Huh?
When hubby came and sat down with the birthday cake and a bowl of ice cream, and you was looking at him sideways like, what you doing?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. And it's funny that you mentioned that, because I promise I am one of the only people that I know that can be in a room with people eating subs and pizza and never like blink an eye. But this particular time, I don't know what was going on, y'all, this particular time. But homeboy in the kitchen, I'm in the middle of green smoothies, I think. He goes in the kitchen and comes back with like a piece of cake and a bowl of ice cream and plops down beside me while I'm sipping my green smoothie. And I looked at him like, are you serious right now? And he was so confused because he's used to me being okay. Girl, I got scared to death out of him. I said, you really gonna sit in front of me and eat that cake and ice cream? He was like, all right, I'm just gonna put it away. He got scared. He went and put it in the freezer and it was still in there 2 days later. He ain't even never finished it.
Okay, I'm getting my 3-minute warning. Okay, Fit for Life. We're going to close out with you, Shay Brown. Tell us about Fit for Life. I couldn't find my Fit for Life t-shirt. But yes, Shay, tell us about Fit for Life. Tell us about your soups. Tell us about, the detox teas. Share with the people and how they can get in contact with you. And even your motivation, your coaching and your encouraging. Come on, Shay.
I need 2 pizzas.
Okay, guys, just to close everything out, with me, we do a 30-day detox, okay? And as Kiera and Mike has mentioned, it consists of soups, basically. We do 30 days, 60 days, sometimes 90 days detox, because I will tell people you did not get this on overnight, nor will you be able to get it off overnight. It takes time, and it is a process. The detox soups, basically what they are all plant-based, okay? And the main goal of the detox soup is to cleanse the body, to cleanse your arteries, to cleanse your liver, your kidneys, your heart. It cleanses everything. It cleanses the carotid veins because we start to build plaque over the years. And that's exactly what the soups do. So as you are eating the soups and cleansing yourself, your body is getting like an ultimate body shock. It's not used to eating this food, and you will start to get a lot of toxins. Before we start the soups, I have incorporated detox tea. I've made up my own little concoction with the detox tea, and what that does, it definitely cleans you out. I always tell people, make sure you have nowhere to go the next day because these teas, they definitely are.
And they're so good. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in there. I had to stop myself because I was guzzling the other day, and I had to realize, this is not regular tea.
No, it is not. And I tell people, only 8 ounces. Please only drink 8 ounces of that tea because drink the whole 16 ounce, you definitely will have some issues the next day. They're called elderberry. I put elderberry in there, which helps to boost the immune system because you're pulling everything out of the body with the detox tea. But with the detox soup, you're replacing it with all the nutrients in the body that the body needs to rejuvenate and make new cells. So we do that for 30 days. And along with the detox teas and the soups, you get weighed in, you get your body fat percentage checked, you get your BMI checked, and you also get body measurements as well because we want to see how much this soup is really affecting the body, how much weight you're able to pull off, and see if you actually have lost any inches, okay? Because a lot of people don't understand with the 30-day detox, it does come with a meal plan, and if you follow that meal plan to a T and you drink the soup, eat the soups and drink the tea like you're supposed to, you will drop in your waist, which is really one of the most important things we women and men one is to lose weight in midsection. So that was a great thing or a big thing that I was noticing with Kiera when she was doing the soups. Well, she still does the soups, but she lost so much weight in her waist. And I think Nikki Nicole, she lost a lot of weight in her waist as well. So that's one thing that the detox soups do when you eliminate a lot of the meat products, which I can say is a plus because in the meal plan, you do a lot of the meat products. So that's kind of a plus to me because I know automatically if they will lose a lot of inches in their waist. So we do the detox soup. Like I said, it's 30, 60 or 90-day process. It all depends on the individual person. Those that are interested in the detox teas, I'm always available. I do work the night shift, so don't hear from me. But as soon as I wake up, I will text you. It might be a sleepy text. Words might be mixed up or misspelled, but I will get back to you know that I did get your text, and I will call you as soon as I get a free moment. You can contact me via Facebook, instant message. If you have a friend with me, you can get my telephone number. I don't like putting my number out on Facebook because I don't know who's out here just yet. But there are many ways of getting in contact with me. If you want to get started on the detox soups, I can say once you take my detox soup, you actually belong to me. I do not like to fail. So if you don't take your soups to where you're supposed to, and I get a feeling of that, then I will stop it myself, because I can't allow people just to take my products and walk away and don't do it the way they're supposed to do. You have to succeed because I have to succeed. People have to see that my products, they do work. People have to see that the system, it does work, because, I mean, like I said, we're out here and we're trying to get the weight off, but then again, sure that you also want to control your blood pressure and your diabetes and control it well. And that's another plus that that they do offer to people. They are disease preventative and they are as well.
Awesome, Shay. So Shay, while you were talking, I'm looking at the comments online, and people want to get in contact with you. Is there an email address? Is there maybe you want to share your Facebook handle? If somebody could type that in with your permission, Shay, how people can get in contact with you. Several are asking and saying they want to get on your program, girl. So
okay, those that are interested, I mean, they want to, and I don't like putting my telephone number out there, but if you can reach out to them and give them my telephone number, that will be fine. Or if they want to instant message me on Facebook, if they are on Facebook, obviously they see us talking, they can send me an instant message and I can reply to them in that manner. But again, I don't like putting my phone number on Facebook per se.
Absolutely. So you're on Facebook, you're Shay Brown, or is it Shay Brown?
Shay Brown.
Shay Brown Brown is her Facebook handle, as well as there is a Fit for Life group, correct?
Yes, they can also request to get into Fit for Life as well. But like I said, the best way is through Instant Messenger. Just look for Shay Brown Brown, and I mean, just send me a message, and I've got people. I'm like, who is this? But they have reached out to me, and I mean, like I said, that's a great way to get in contact with me. People that are on Facebook right now, that is the best way to get in contact.
And to all of our viewers out there that are listening, that are they have the desire to connect with Fit for Life and get under the wing of Sister Girl Shay Brown, you can reach out to any of us that are on this show today. So you can reach out to Sister Kiara Noble. You can reach out to Brother Mike Curry. You can reach out to myself, Jackie Miller, or again, Shay Brown Brown. And so with that said, I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming on tonight. The response to tonight's show has just been amazing and overwhelming. It's a topic of weight loss journey that I think at some point in each and every one of our lives that we embark on. And so I thank you for sharing. I thank you for your transparency. I thank you for your willingness and your desire to help. Sister Shay, God bless you. Thank you for holding up, each and every one of us in some way, shape, or form, and holding us accountable. And so we appreciate that, and we pray that you have much success and that you will continue on to be a tool and be effective on this health and wealth journey that you are on. So we really appreciate you. So next week, we are not done with our weight loss journey. We have another, we just have another aspect of the weight loss journey. We are going to hear from Daryl Wharton. Daryl Inspires. She too started out, I believe she started out underneath you, Shay, didn't she?
No, Daryl, she started on her, I think she came of mobility, and we have been working with her. I'm so proud of her. My goal was that she could not get off by herself, and that was a goal for me to ensure that she was able, if she was on the floor, able to turn herself around, use her upper strength because her legs were the part of her body, use her upper strength to be able to push herself up and get her legs up under her to she was able to stand up. And we did that. We did that. And I mean, just small goals like that was just, I'm smiling so hard because I'm like, I remember when she was on the floor and she couldn't get up, and that's what I was hoping. I was not. She was going to stay there until it was time to go. But, you know, I worked with her so hard, her arms, I'm telling you, they were hurt her the next day because I knew that she needed arms in order to work her legs. So that was a goal for me, was to make sure that she was able, if no one was home with her, that she was able to get up the floor. And then one day she sent me a video of her getting up off the floor. Just, I mean, that's when I'm like, the tough girl is gone. I just started, and I was just so happy to see that because I'm like, yes, we did it. We did it. I didn't do it by myself. It had to take her initiative, her own self-strength to say, I can do this. Me, I'm just that big old shoe that just winds itself up to give you a nice kick in the behind and say, come on, let's do this, kid. You got it, all right? But that was like one of the biggest moments for me and Daryl. And she stayed with me for about a year, and she looks beautiful. I'm definitely going to tune in to this show next week. I'm excited to see her next week.
If you're available, Shay, you come right on back in. If you are available, you come right on back in. I'm sure that she would love to have you in on the show with her. So with that said, we're going to say good night. I love each and every one of you. Thank you to our viewers. Tell somebody about Victory Talk. Y'all come on back next week at 7 p.m. and we will continue on our weight loss journey with Daryl Inspires. She is a coaching, she is a wellness coach as well. So just come on back, come on back, come on back, come on back. I am your host, Lady J. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about. I see you.